Hello collectors, this is a Timothy and Pierre, and I was complaining about how their Timothy and Pierre Singer Porsche is not actually 1/64 scale. It's a lot smaller, so it's really annoying considering the price of the thing. But what the heck, man, this is not the scale either. It's just a lame introduction. So it's one of these cartoon cars here. It's the Bugatti Veyron in deformed, super deformed miniature. So let's get this plastic off. I got this off AliExpress. There's still a bunch on there if this kind of stuff is up your alley. Let me get a knife. This is just... Okay. Some serious packaging. Alright, so the box here says it's handmade. It has a hologram for the brand, but it's not a licensed product, I don't think. Okay. Comes in this box, and it's actually pretty decent tightness, actually. That's a good amount of friction. Alright. Standard size case is nice. And then it's got this nice shiny reflective Bugatti thing, and it's saying, whoa, look at that. Well, there's a 1 in 400 chance, and I guess I have number 0, the very first one off the line. But unfortunately, I'm also noticing this paint rash, which is odd for a plastic resin model. So that's really too bad. That's a big letdown. Alright, well, let's go look at these photographs and see what actually does carry across in cartoon form. Looking at the grill there, you know, it does have the Bugatti shape to it, although it's squashed, being a cartoon. It does have clear headlights. The mirrors are there. Let's see about the side view, how foreshortened it might be. Yeah, the wheels, you know, they're not identical, but they're close. They have the general style, at least. Alright, and then this rear view. That's really funny. That's a funny rear view of this on this guy. Alright, let's take a closer look here at a better light angle. Alright, well, that's a really big letdown. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, is that just oil? Let me get a... I'm going to be so happy if I can clean this off. I have to make sure there are no wiper blades that I can snag. Alright. Please, just let that be some weird residue. Because I like the Bugatti enough that I would actually probably buy this again. But maybe in a different colorway. Oh, I'm saved. Alright, so that was weird. Why would there be that oil on there? I can't imagine where in the production process of a resin model would there be oil involved, right? Anyone have any guess? Please leave a comment. That's really strange, right? But I also see it like on green lights and stuff. It's in the packaging. The thing is like covered in oil. Maybe it's the machinery for... Well, I can understand a green light because it's in a vacuum blister pack. So maybe like the way it's packaged by machine, like some oil gets sprayed by the machine, it's an oil leak. But this was not packaged by a robot, you know. This is handmade, and someone took it and put it with their fingers on this base and screwed it down. So I don't understand the oil. But anyways, enough dwelling on that, and I'm very happy that I don't have to buy another one. Alright, so looking at that, I'm trying to see if we can read that Bugatti logo. Let me zoom in. Look at that. There's something wrong with the A. I don't know if it's lint or not. Let me get a Q-tip here. I'm afraid to touch it with the plastic pick. It might be, it might actually be a decal and it might scratch. So I apologize. I'm not prepared for this, for these problems. No, I think that's a permanent problem. So that's too bad. It was close. You can almost read Bugatti. Alright, so that's a really small decal or print. I'm not sure what it is. Whoa, look at that grill. That grill is in front of something. You can see the air behind it, how the light is moving behind that grill. So that's unexpected. It's not the case on the side vents. Those are clearly just, blocked off, but that metal grill is probably a piece of metal, photo etched metal painted black, and maybe glued in from the backside. So that's pretty impressive. You don't see that in a lot of premium, 1/64 scale models. So the headlights here, they're okay. Here's an idea. I'm going to just point it out with the soft thing. They have some molding behind there, right? 3 lights molded back there behind the clear lens, so that's pretty nice. A little extra plastic flash, though, is too bad. Alright, the body split there is pretty good, I guess. It's a little thick, if I had to be critical. Choro-qs have thinner panel gaps. Yeah, the two-tone paint is really well done, right? I don't know how they did that. I don't know if this is 2 pieces or if somehow they masked it off well enough. You can see how there's a little red missing back there. So those look like brush strokes. But it's white. I think that's like white resin before it's painted. So I kind of feel like this was hand painted. They maybe painted the... Well, I don't know. I don't know what color they laid in first, but down in the bottom part of it, there's a good sharp break, it's not fading into each other. Okay, so the door handle is sticking out, painted silver. These mirrors must be separate pieces, just based on... Yeah, I think they're separate, just glued down there. And then it's got silver paint there. Yeah, or is it a reflective sticker? I don't know. I think it's silver paint. But you'll see this photo etched piece of metal here for this fuel filler cap. It's etched in that graphic. It's pretty neat. The wheels could be better. I like the spokes, but the center cap is just plain. It's kind of similar to the Veyron, but I think they could have easily molded in an EB logo in there. So that's lacking. Or maybe put another piece of photo etched metal with the EB logo and then stick it on there. Okay. A little bit of divot there. Red printing, or possibly a decal actually, for the reflector there. This is a foil sticker, it seems. It's super shiny and you can see the glue residue. And then we have clear translucent taillights with silver dots in the middle, so that's well done. Maybe that one's a little misaligned. Yeah, I feel it is. So yeah, we got those grills again, but no air passing behind it. It's probably just part of the resin casting. This silver paint is nice for that central port. Some diffuser streaks. Okay. And then some engine detail there. And then these silver intakes are painted nicely. There's the little wing cut out there, the panel gaps. This side here, pretty much the same as the other side, but let's see about inside. See, this side is painted really nice. There's none of the raw resin showing. So, very good. Alright, so it's just a totally opaque black window. I think this is just mostly a one cast piece of resin. And then just painted really well. You'll notice the smoothness of this paint. There's no orange peel, so I do believe this is actually handmade. So what I feel is they maybe hand painted that red and then hand painted, well, I don't know, they may have spray painted this black with an airbrush, but then it was all clear coated and then it was hand sanded. Or they're just really good at clear coating where there's absolutely no orange peel effect. I know I can't do it. I've tried repainting these, models, and I always get some orange peel effect. So I know a lot of other YouTube videos showing them making models. They wet sand them down to get that super smooth finish. So, all right. Yeah, this etching is pretty nice too. So I guess it's kind of nice to have that. It's kind of a fancy, expensive badge, really. It's probably like 20% of the cost of this whole product, right? This thing. But without it, there's nothing here. Although I kind of feel like it would have been cool to have a cartoon character. Maybe Tooned Bugatti himself in cartoon form standing here. That would have been cool. Okay. Well, I gotta say, this is really impressive. The only quality problem is back in there, but in most instances you wouldn't see it anyways, so it doesn't bother me. And I guess maybe that tail light is not 100% perfect. Oh well. Alright. Well, anyways, yeah, just look these up on AliExpress if this stuff interests you. These are actually not that expensive. I'm gonna guess there just aren't that many people that want to buy cartoon cars, but with 400 of this colorway. But the actual amount of work effort here is on par with a lot of other, you know, expensive scale cars. You know, it's got separate clear headlights, taillights, you know, and then this paint finish is just miraculous. This is the kind of paint finish you would expect on something that costs $50 or more. You know, you wouldn't get this on any, well, yeah, you have to spend a lot of money to get this paint finish this smooth. So, I like it. I appreciate it. Alright, that's quite a lot of dwelling, but I'm quite impressed with this guy. So, let's compare it to a couple other models here. So the first thing we should probably look at is there's some actual 1/64 scale Veyrons. So the first one I have is by Granny and Partners. And for a model that was sold at a convenience store, it's pretty good. Although it does have paint rash as well. And then this is an Auto Art, which Auto Art has a good history of making large scale models. And yeah, it's a pretty great model actually. It's probably the best 1/64 scale Veyron. It actually has a photo etched fuel filler cap as well, but even better detail than this one. It also has a foil sticker in the back. Then it has a nice interior. So really, actually, all three of them are good. Alright. Guess I gotta take these guys out. And let's pull out a couple other iconic vehicles in cartoon form. Let's go with the Ferrari F40. When I was a kid, that was one of the supercars. That and the Porsche 959. But as an adult, I would say that this is the greatest car ever made. Ferrari 250 GTO. Well, maybe that's not the greatest car ever made. The McLaren F1 is the greatest car ever made. But that's the greatest classic Ferrari. I can say that with confidence. And then that's the greatest Mercedes. The 300 SL, if you're unaware. So these three surrounding toys here are made by choro-q, which is made by Takara Tomy. Alright, let's get a top view here. Oh. Alright, so it's nice to be able to collect cartoon caricatures of such iconic vehicles. I didn't know this is a thing. You know, if you asked me 2 months ago, you know, would you buy a cartoon car? I would say no, because I want to buy realistic looking vehicles. But I'm at the point now where I have most of the realistic looking vehicles, and now just appreciating a whole different part of the scale car industry, I guess, or scale toy car industry. Alright, well anyways, it's a great one, and as I mentioned, they're not that expensive, so I'm definitely going to get more. There'll be more videos to come. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you around.